Nobody wants to be trapped, but nobody wants to be locked up. But yeah, look at the hip hop psyop that's going on. They say the streets is myth, but yet they have drill rap, gangster rap goes back from my days. You know how you want to live. You know what I'm saying? Not how everybody else say to. But what up? What up? What up? What up, peoples? Walk and Talk 2025. We out here, another Walk and Talk day. You know, talk about current topics, trending topics. Talk about some stuff that I'm thinking about. All mixed up and everything, you know what I'm saying? This is 2025. The world stage is on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, everybody, hope all is well in this. Y'all stay good. Hope everybody's living the life they want or getting to it. Staying safe, you know? Like, share, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscription button. It helps a lot. Appreciate that. And I'm gonna catch you on the other side of the intro. CLP, Walk and Talk. Damn it, channel style. What up, everybody? How all is doing? Hope all is well. And if not, hope you get back on track sooner or later. So you can add to your thing, you know what I mean? Channel star. Welcome back. Another Walk and Talk 2025. You know, having our long conversation about life. All these different topics. A wider range of topics, you know, technology, existence, time itself, life itself, how we doing, you know. I talk about, is hip hop a psyop? I got an ongoing question. Tap into the other channel at Conscious356. You know, look at that playlist. We're early in the conversation, so we got a couple videos up about it, but is hip hop a psyop? You know? Is it a part of the matrix to throw you off? You know what I mean? Misdirection you from your purpose? Right? Distract you from your purpose, from your life, get you caught up, and trap you with all these different ideas. That's why we're holding the vibe, because life is about the journey, the experience, the liberty, how you living, how you want to live, you know what I'm saying? Not how everybody else say to, but how you living, because this is your experience, each and every one of us, you know? What I understand about influencers, I understand, you know, you see the lights, you want to get the lights too. Look at the hip hop psyop that's going on. They say the streets is myth, but yet they have drill rap, gangster rap goes back from my days, you know. But as you can see, you know, what's been going on, and to confirm if hip hop is a psychological operation, who saw that Busy Bone interview? I seen it over the years, and I got a clip of it.
Letter is the secret meaning that changed rap music and destroyed a generation. Outsiders to discuss rap music's new direction. Rap music's new direction. Little did I mean by the story.
Talk to him, Jake.
It says, quickly after the meeting began, hold on a second.
Get your popcorn, y'all.
Popcorn, get your pistol, no sweat. Quickly after this meeting began, one of the industry colleagues, who shall remain nameless like everybody else, thanked us for attending. He then gave the floor to a man who only introduced himself by first name and gave no other details about his personal background. I think he was the owner of the residence, but that was never confirmed. He briefly praised all of us for the success we had achieved in our industries and congratulated us for being selected as part of this small group of decision makers. At this point, I began to feel slightly uncomfortable and the strangeness of this gathering. The subject quickly changed as the speaker went on to tell us that the respective companies we represented had invested in a very profitable industry which could become even more rewarding with our active involvement. He explained that the companies we worked for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments. Then he says, I remember many of us in the group immediately looking at each other in awe and confusion. At the same time, I didn't know what a private prison was, but I wasn't the only one. Sure enough, someone asked what these prisons were and what any of this had to do with music. We were told that these prisons were built by privately owned companies who received funding from the government based on the number of inmates. The more inmates, the more the government would pay these prisons. It was also made clear to us that since these prisons are privately owned, as they become publicly traded, we'd be able to buy shares. Most of us were taken back by this. Again, a couple of people asked what this had to do with us. At this point, my industry colleague who had first opened the meeting took the floor again and answered our questions. He told us that since our employees had become solid investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promotes criminal behavior. Rap.
When they was talking about those prisons and those label owners involved in the prison industrial complex and that situation that was going on, and they were using the music to influence a whole bunch of generations to come, and it's still going on. Because like I said, look where hip-hop got to, drip, you know? And even what was going on this week, Young Thug, mad at the whole at TF, telling about what's going on. Eesh. But isn't Thugger a stand-up guy? Isn't Thugger not supposed to be snitching? Isn't that what he represents? That's his codes. So that should alone tell you there is no codes. You see, when he popped up, justify himself now. As you can see for the actions of Thug, that's crazy. But that's the reality of life. Nobody wants to be trapped, but nobody wants to be locked up. But yet, they put themselves in a trap condition, right? Trap house? You didn't think about the logic of that behind it, huh? Think about the language. A trap house? What is a trap? And you know, when I was playing video games as a child, right, all those army games, I would be shooting at my ops. Now it's ops. So you gotta look at the language, what's going on. And I truly believe it was engineered. Obviously, we have people that run this society, put all the plays together, you know? Then they have these higher education schools that run tests in society to see where the people mind state is at, you know? Have all these different things going on with actors, all these different scenarios playing out, and we think it's something real going on, but them actually the engineers of the society is actually testing us and see how society is. Because remember, they're engineering this from the ground up to keep in control. You know? Now hip hop, it wasn't given to the people, but it got taken over and slowly infiltrated, now being controlled. part of the matrix, and they're using it to their benefit to continue running the matrix on us. We're the commodity, you know? So to hear all that stuff coming out about Young Thug, they say the streets is a myth. It ain't real, but it's also part of the psyop. Because remember, Anna, it's about the life you want to live and how you going to get to that good life, you know? How you going to get to all that bread? You going to do the street way? Or you going to get two, 3, 4 jobs and work it out? Or you're going to master your talent. Master what's God given for you. Remember, Anna? Our talent is supposed to get us the bag, and we can use our talent to propel us in different positions in this experience, in this life, you know? But with all the influences around, will you get caught up? Especially young ones, the teenagers. Will you get caught up in all the rhetoric? You know? All the fantasy given. Just look at a Young Thug saga. You know, he was in jail for 2 years on a trial damn near last the whole 2024, right? For his life. And he's not even like that. He's rapping about it. Because if he's telling, is he really doing all those things that he raps about? Because he's clearly not standing up. You know? And then, he mad because Kendrick don't want to do a verse with you, son? When Kendrick already seen the fakeness? And Kendrick is the real one? Kendrick's actually the king of rap for real? Bars, introspective details, lyrics. He's a general. So I find that funny. But it's the reality of things, man. We gotta look at life itself, you know what I mean? Life is about winning, conquering, being you. The best of you, whatever the case is, but we're living. You know what I'm saying? Life in general. So, tells me that so where's all this technology going? I heard Elon Musk want to build a colony in the moon. Must be this multiverse they building in the computer. Because you know all that stuff doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? When you look up and see that blue sky, it's supposed to be space beyond that, right? I'm thinking it's actually your next dimension beyond that. Some sort of existence, you know? Could it be another realm? Could it be another realm where we can exist as well? Who knows? NASA for 50 years has them painting images in our minds, throwing us off. You know? What's really the truth? You can sense it, you can feel it. Well, I say we just keep going, keep pushing, and get to the life you want to live. Make the best of this experience since you're on this experience. What's to come after will come after the fact. But since you're here now, might as well conquer this, you know? Might as well let the Matrix be matrixing and you be you. Do your thing. Whatever that is. Because each and every one of us has their own thing. Hey, I got a bunch of things. This one of my things, walk and talk. Because I like vibing. I feel a certain way, you know? And instead of holding it in, going crazy, I let it out. You understand? You don't. But The goal is to understand this thing called life. Understand where we are called Earth. Understand energy levels, existence. That's what it's all about for me, you know? And if it's all about that, it's all about love for understanding. I'm existing. I want to know what I'm existing in. I heard about a matrix, and I'm starting to see why they call it a matrix, because we live in our mind, and there's all distractions out there, you know? The distraction is from yourself, from you, to find out about who you are and this whole situation that we all exist in. They get tied up in the matrix because of this, because of that. Nothing is guaranteed. But once you open your eyes, you exist until you go back to sleep again, right? So here we are. Year 2025 supposed to. Could be other year, could be some other time period, but this is the time period that we're in, 2025. We exist in the now. You know what I mean? Technology is exploding. AI is showing its face. 'Cause I can imagine AI been around for a long time. And those that control society keep things under wraps. But as you can see, things slowly come out. Slowly. And here we are, all in the mix. Now the movies always telling us what's to come. Remember, I'm a 90s kid, so all the movies was about 2020, 30, 2060 and all of that. Plans been set for the oncoming centuries. You know what I'm saying? So it was up to us to see what I want. And don't let it interfere with your existence. You know what I'm saying? But it is the matrix though. And we all in it, trying to understand things. So that's it. We're holding a vibe, figuring this thing out all together, you know what I mean? And I'm just walking and talking. Nice morning too. Nobody's on the golf course yet, but as you can see, slowly gonna get packed up as the day goes on. Know what I mean? So yeah, that's it for today. And I will catch you on the next vibration. Tap in, like, share, subscribe. Appreciate it. Tap into my other channels at Conscious356, at Conscious356, at Conscious356, at CLP Got Beats, at CLP Got Beats. What's that? Umar status, right? At CLP Got Beats. Tap in, y'all. And I catch you on the next vibration with CLP. It's all love.